Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Lemons. Thanks for the populars. Hi, Mystic. Hi, Eric. Hi, Cats and Coffee. Hey, Justin. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Sun and Moon. Hi, Robert. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, JK. I love that otter. So cute. Thank you, Stephen. Hi, Jade. Thank you, Loused Up. Welcome in, everybody. Feel free to start writing your story requests in all capital letters in the chat, and I'll write them down and we will vote. Oh yeah, I forgot. Thank you, Lady Rose. It's Silly Story Title Saturday. So if you can come up with some silly story titles, please put it beside your request. And it can only be a few words, so it can't be like a whole sentence. It has to be very short. So think of something short and sweet. That would be super helpful because otherwise I come up with really stupid ones. Do you guys not hear the music on your end? You should. Are you guys hearing the music? Okay, let me fix it for you. Let me fix it. I don't know why it would be low, but let me check. Okay, let's see here. Is that any better? Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I don't know how that got turned down. It's really random because I never ever mess with the audio levels. But what about you guys over on YT? How's the audio levels for you guys? Is the music okay over here? I also have a cricket that's keeping me company tonight outside my window. You will probably hear him chirping because for some reason my microphone does not seem to be canceling him out. Okay, thanks, Sun and Moon. All right, thank you guys. Thank you, Skrilla, for saying something. I appreciate it. All right, guys, keep doing the requests. I'm just back here trying to come up with some silly story titles. I'll be back soon. Thank you, Neil. Also, guys, just a reminder, please write your story requests in all capital letters or we'll probably miss them because the chat goes super fast. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Saturday. My name's Devin, and this is Porch Lore. And I tell spooky bedtime stories to help you relax your nervous system and fall asleep. And I'm here every single night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until about 1 in the morning. If you guys could do me a big favor, let me scroll up, Lady Rose, and hit that share arrow in the bottom right-hand corner. There's a little yellow circle with 2 arrows chasing each other that says repost. And that puts the live into your friends' FYPs, and it helps us grow our beautiful porch. Oh yeah, I see him, Lady Rose. Wow, Jade is worse at this than I am. And yes, Diana, the D-chord is active all day and all night. It's great. All right, you guys, I'm setting up the poll. Give me 1 second. Okay, you guys, the first poll is ready. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for hitting the repost button and sharing it out with your friends. And I have the first poll ready. We have It's Silly Story Title Saturday. So don't forget that these are not the normal story titles. We have Fancy Footwork. We have Ghost Proofing, Red Eyes, Thick Thighs, FAFO, and You Thought It Was Safe to Go in the Water. But it's under review, so give it a second. They always put my silly story titles under review. Oh my god, Deborah, that is so cute. Captain Grimathy Squeak, Esquire. Welcome. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the porch. All right, the poll's ready, guys. You can vote in the top left-hand corner. There is a blue box. You can vote up to 50 times, and you can vote for more than one story. Really, Songbird? I didn't realize that. That's annoying. You're like, I just realized that. You can, in fact, do it. All right, you guys, we have Fancy Footwork, Ghost Proofing, Red Eyes, Thick Thighs, FAFO, and You Thought It Was Safe to Go in the Water. And FAFO, for anybody who's not sure, is fuck around and find out. Thank you, Salvatore. Long time no see. How are you? I got the name right, didn't I? I got it right, Salvatore. Woohoo! I had to go in the brain archives for a second there. I was like, fuck, Diana's brother, fuck. And I don't know why, but remember I told you I always feel like it's Alejandro? And I know that's not your name, and that's also super, like, stupid to think, but for some reason that's what sunk. And so I was like, no, what was your number? Because I have like little memory tricks, and I was like, it's the vampire from Originals, and I was like, oh yeah, Vampire Diaries, Salvatore, from Vampire Diaries. So that's like my device to and I remembered. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Salvatore. How have you been? Sam. Hi, Sam. Of course, Diane's brother. I was like, man, I got it. Pull that one out of the brain archives. Come on, I can do it. All right, guys, the winner is Red Eyes, Thick Thighs. We all know who that is, don't we? Be right back. He said, congrats on the brainstorm. Thanks. Oh, Shannon, you need to check out. Thanks, Salvatore. Shannon, you need to check out. Oh my God, Kim, stop it right now. Kim, you need to give it a goog, Shannon. Look up the Mothman statue in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. You're welcome. Also, I tried to tell Kim that Jasko is a complete moron. And I don't even mean like he's just not like the kind of intelligence I would date. I mean like this guy, like I don't know how he's, like I feel like he may have never left his house before he started his YT channel. Like the stuff this guy has said is like, you have to be like living under a rock, raised, held captive. Like, did your parents kidnap you and keep you in a bait? Like, not really sure what was going on with him. But today, just to drive the nail in and prove my point, because I've been trying to get Kim to get rid of Jasko's ass for a couple months now. But she likes to bring him back out of the creek and roast him, clown his ass, and then throw him back in the creek, right? So today, I will say this is probably one of the funniest roasting moments he's ever had. I could not stop laughing. Yeah, she likes to rage bait herself. Yep. And us. And I could not stop laughing. And I was like, he finds a duffel bag in the middle of the woods. Okay. And he's like, oh my God, there are people unalived here. I wonder if it's duffel. And he always ends up in like possible crime scenes and then touches everything. Remember when he found the creepy the camera that was like set up where someone had been, remember? And we thought the bodies were there, Kim. Do you remember? Okay. And so, wait, what potatoes? Oh, for the fries. Yeah. So anyway, so he goes into, I know I heard you, Lady Rose. I heard you. I didn't comment because I was in the store, but I was listening. So, oh my God, that's so cute, Misty. I've never seen that one. Thanks, Misty Day. Yes. So, he opens the duffel bag, y'all. Okay, you ready? And there's a stack of McDonald's, and it says Arch cards. Okay? It says like Arch card on it or something. And he's flipping through it and he's like, Arch card? McDonald's? What is this? Does McDonald's have a bank inside of it? Like for the employees? Is this like employee bank money? Like, does McDonald's have a bank? He literally said that, y'all. About gift cards. About fucking a stack of gift cards. Bro doesn't know what gift cards are? He thought they were McDonald's bank? Like McDonald's debit card? Like, and why would someone have a stack of McDonald's debit cards with no name on them? No, like, dude is dumb as shit. And I was like, y'all, I can't even watch this guy anymore. Kim goes, run that back, Terry. She was screaming. She's like, did he just ask if McDonald's has a fucking bank? And she rewinds it. We were like, he sure did. And he looked so perplexed, like you could see the wheels in his head moving. And that's what he came up with. He was like, what do I have here? McDonald's bank. And we were like, I can't. I can't. And I think it's because, I don't know, he might be handsome to some people. So I think he's gotten by on being like charming, and I don't know, because I'm not sure how he functions. And then remember, he calls his girlfriend of 8 years his wife, but they're not married. I'm like, I know how he functions. I know how he functions. He's got a mommy girlfriend. That's the only way he has survived through his 20s. His mommy girlfriend. Anyway, be right back with Red Eyes, Thick Thighs. But I will say he does give us a lot of laughing fuel, because I'll never forget the time he talks about his IBS in like every episode. And he was in a like outhouse in the Appalachia, a real outhouse, not a porta potty, an actual 150-year-old outhouse. And he's out there just blowing it out. Okay. And then he turns on his camera because he hears something circling the outhouse, and he's like, wait, what's the somatic response? And he sees, he turns on the camera while he's on the shitter in the outhouse, and he's like, you guys, I don't know what to do, but I'm in mid shit and like something's outside the house. And he pulls up his pants with shit and doesn't finish, and waddles out to find Chandler and films the whole thing. Tells everybody. And we were like, are you okay? It's like his brain can't, like he couldn't even, like he got so scared, he couldn't even, like he barely pulled his pants. His brain didn't know how to do like multiple things at once. Yeah, he didn't even wipe his butt. He just like, and we were like, oh my God. Like, so if you really want to clown someone, check out Jasko or Yasko. And he changes how he pronounces his name every couple videos. Sometimes he calls himself Jasko. Other times he calls himself Yasko. I believe Yasko is probably the correct pronunciation, and he's just gotten Americanized with it and whatever. But he's, where's he from again? Croatia or something? I think he's from outer space, to be honest. Robin, I know. That's why Kim always plays his videos, is because he's so ridiculous. It's like, yeah, anyway, be right back. And remember, Kim, that we thought he was like 22 or something, and he's like 32. Remember? We were like, oh, okay. And the twins are also in their 30s. Yeah, Yasko. Oh, he spells it with a J, Songbird? Watch, he's gonna be like, why did I get 1,000 new subscribers tonight? We're all roast watching him. Which one, Salvatore? Submitted for the approval of the Porch Pal Society. This is the tale of the detour, also known tonight as Red Eyes and Thick Thighs. Songbird, I just wrote it out for you. I think that's the name of the channel. Thank you, Salvatore. Wait, Skrilla, what? What does that mean? Wait, what? Oh, I know what it means. You're so funny. So I've been doing solo road trips since I was an emancipated 17-year-old whose parents lived in Ohio while I was still finishing school in North Carolina. I've become very comfortable being on the road alone, and I honestly almost prefer it at this point. Just me and the miles ahead of me. The windshield sunset in my eyes, like a watercolor painted sky. Well, last September I was driving from Ohio to Virginia, avoiding highways because if I have the time, and it's not too many added miles, I really do love to take the scenic route. All the tiny towns just have so much character, and it's just peaceful country cruising without another car for miles. It truly is a serene way to road trip. But it can also have its downsides, like taking you a little further away from cell towers, which can cause your GPS to glitch like mine did, right around the Ohio-West Virginia border. My GPS ended up spazzing out and rerouting me to some back roads that I didn't recognize. And that's how I ended up in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Cute name, right? Sounds like a Hallmark town. But the second I crossed the Welcome to Point Pleasant sign, my car started making this gurgling noise like it was choking. I pulled over into a gas station with a neon flickering logo. Mothman Gas & Co. Real subtle. I called AAA, but the guy said it would be 6 hours. What? 6 hours? It didn't even take the tow truck driver from Vegas to come get us in Death Valley 6 hours. The sun was already dipping behind the hills, and the only motel in town had a sign that read, "No vacancy." So there I was, a stranger in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia, sitting on the curb outside the gas station. And that's when I realized I actually had cell service here. Hi, Matt. So I decided to look up Point Pleasant. And there it was. Endless websites describing Point Pleasant, the Mothman, red eyes, wings, a bridge collapse, UFOs, all kinds of strange encounters and conspiracies. And I was stranded here alone. The cashier inside the gas station sold Mothman-shaped cookies and I Love Cryptids t-shirts. I bought a coffee that tasted like motor oil, and I asked if there was a library or something nearby to kill time. She pointed down the road and told me to follow the river. And then she told me not to linger after dark. Okay. The library was closed, of course. So I did linger. Yes, I did. And I wandered toward the river. The Ohio River looked black, swallowing up the sunset. And it was pretty much completely dark now. And there were no streetlights. All I could hear was the sound of the water and this strange humming sound. Almost like a transformer about to blow. I turned back toward town and the streets were completely empty. No cars, no people, and now even the gas station lights were off. Great. Panic started to creep in. And that's when I saw something rising out of the weeds. Thank you, Dennis. They were concrete bunkers. The haunting remains of World War II. They were the ones used as TNT storage areas and were actually considered ground zero for Mothman sightings. Well, since my curiosity is insatiable and I love a good adventure, I decided just to check them out really quick. The first bunker had graffiti. A winged figure with red eyes. Cute. As I walked up to the second one, the beam of my inadequate flashlight caught graffiti that said, "Beware the bird." Funny. But then I heard a sound. Not an owl, not a deer. A low, vibrating hum. Almost like power buzzing. The hair on the back of my neck stood up. I turned, and there in between the trees were two glowing red lights. And then I started to realize they weren't lights. They were eyes, glowing like hot coals. They hovered 7 feet off the ground. And then it stepped forward. It was tall, 7 feet with hunched bony shoulders and skin like wet charcoal. And wings, not bird wings, but not bat wings. Something in between, folded tight against its spine. And those eyes, they glowed, not like reflectors, like they were lit from the inside. I turned and ran. Branches clawed at my arms, slowing my escape. The buzzing sound followed behind me, vibrating my skull. But I didn't dare look back. When my feet hit the paved road, I quickly glanced back as I ran. And now, he was on the bridge, perched on the railing, head tilted to one side, looking at me almost like a curious dog. Skrilla. Then he spread his wings, and they were 10 feet wide easily. And then he let out a horrifying cry that sounded like a train slamming on its brakes. I ran all the way back to my car at the gas station, jumped in, and I locked the doors. AAA finally showed up at midnight. The tow truck driver didn't ask why I was shaking. He just nodded when I mentioned that I had seen something odd down by the river. He told me I was the third highway traveler this week to somehow get rerouted to Point Pleasant and end up stranded right at sunset. I slept in my car in the parking lot of the auto shop until it opened in the morning. After an inspection, the mechanic found nothing wrong, and my car started up and ran like it never had a problem. As I got back onto the highway, I noticed something in my passenger seat. It was a feather, black, thick as my thumb. It could have just been a crow feather that blew into my car from the road trip, right? Maybe I'm overreacting. Or did the Mothman leave me some kind of peace offering? He clearly didn't want to hurt me, or he absolutely could have. I know I never could have outrun him if he'd actually been hunting me. And to be honest, it almost seemed as if he was sad that I turned and ran away. Even though I was scared out of my mind, I oddly felt bad for the creature. I have no idea what I encountered that late night in West Virginia, and I'll probably never be able to confirm what it was. But am I going to take this feather somewhere to have it tested? You bet I am. And that's the tale of the detour, also known tonight as red eyes and thick thighs. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Devin, and this is Porch Lore. I tell spooky bedtime stories to help you relax your nervous system and fall asleep. And I'm here every single night from 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until about 1 in the morning. I do write and record all of these stories myself, and you can listen to them whenever you would like on my YT channel, as well as all of the podcast streaming sites. Hi, Pittsburgh Penny. I'm going to set up the next poll for us to vote for the next story. And if you guys could do me a big favor, could you hit that share arrow in the bottom right-hand corner? There's a little yellow circle with 2 arrows chasing each other that says repost. Thanks, Mama Saurus. Thanks, Yaya. And that puts the live into your friends' FYPs, and it helps us grow our beautiful porch. What, Skrilla? Oh, he said someone should buy a tow truck and name it Mothman Towing. That's funny. Also, are you trying to get me to finish the too short line? Can't hang with the big dog, stay on the porch, blow the whistle. Is that what you're talking about? Because who couldn't hang with the big dog? I know you're not talking about me. Sure, Jade. Sure, we'll see you at 2 in the morning. Bye. Thank you, Jake. Oh my gosh, thank you. And Nate, thanks. Avril, thanks for the populars. Hi, Priscilla. Oh, Avril, of course. I'm so happy to help. I'm glad I can help. Hey, Skrilla. Could you clarify who can't hang with the big dog? Inquiring minds would like to know. Ruth, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the porch. Dennis, thank you so much. Hi, Sun and Moon. Pet that dog. Bun B, that's Texas, baby. That's Memphis, baby. Shannon, that's so funny. I'm cracking up. I love that. Shannon's over here half asleep already, dreaming of Mothman eating McDonald's with his bank card. I love it. Good night, Queen Lakota. Oh, I didn't even see you were here. I love you. Oh, you guys, Salvatore, did it say what I think it said? Oh, you just became a super fan. Thanks, Salvatore. Yeah, I know, Shannon. That's so cute. I love that so much. And you know what? Maybe that is why his thighs are thick. We don't know. He might love McDonald's. Priscilla, thanks for the hand hearts. Aw, thanks, Avril. Sweet dreams. And thank you, Salvatore. All right, guys, I'll be right back with the next poll. Thank you for sharing it out and reposting. And if you, every once in a while, you can unpost and re-repost, it helps. Me too, Justin. No, his girlfriend's the moth woman, Skrilla. Her name is Mothra. He told me himself. You're waiting on Taco Bell? Oh yeah, you've been drinking. Okay, that's justifiable. I was gonna say, when people use Uber Eats and shit to get fast food, I swear I'm like, really? Really, y'all? But when you've been drinking all day at the pool, that's a good call, Matt. I'm proud of you. But I would have gotten Cookout. How did I know you've been drinking, Matt? Because I'm a witch. I know everything if I want to. I just usually don't want to. No, I'm kidding. We were in a live together earlier, Kim's live, and you said, pool season! It's pool season, y'all. I'm getting fucked up. And that was like 6 hours ago, so I'm going to assume that you've been drinking for a while. I love you, Matt. Because Matt is literally the exact guy I was friends with all of high school and college. Like, because we grew up near each other too in the same area. So like, I know his habits. I know. I love Matt. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's probably toasted, you guys. He's been at the pool drinking since about noon. Thanks, Salvatore. Yeah. What's a good hint, Skrilla? About what? Okay, guys, the next poll is ready. It's Silly Story Title Saturday. So, these are not the normal titles. Thank you, Cats and Coffee, for the beautiful dress. Thank you, I love that. Amanda, thanks for the 4-leaf clover. And Jake, again, thanks for the otter and the hand hearts. I love that. The otter's so cute. Hi, Heather. Thank you so much, and thanks, Songbird. All right, guys, the poll's ready for Silly Story Title Saturday. We have Satan Take the Wheel. Satan Take the Wheel. Ghost Proofing. Fuck around, find out. You thought it was safe to go in the water. And next up, Regret. You can vote in the top left-hand corner. There's a blue box. You can vote up to 50 times. And you can vote for more than one story. Also, if you're on YT and you would like to vote, just let us know in the chat and one of us over here will help. We have Satan Take the Wheel. We have Ghost Proofing. We have Fuck Around Find Out. We have You Thought It Was Safe to Go in the Water. And next stop, Regret. Thanks, Clausette. I'm trying here. Heather and Lindsay say, next stop, Regret, please. And Songbird says, fuck around and find out, please. Skrilla, whatever, you're gonna take a nap anyway. Yes, tequila Pepsi. Whoop whoop. Satan, take the wheel. Take it from my hands. That's not how I sing, by the way. I'm doing that on purpose. Because I don't like to sing in front of people, but I actually can sing. I just don't like to do it. It's too vulnerable. No, it's actually not. I've already psychoanalyzed why I don't sing my real voice in front of people. But I have before. I have. And I actually can sing. It's too vulnerable. There's something very vulnerable about singing. Half Pint said, that was lovely. Oh God, what if I really sang like that? Yeah, tequila Pepsi. I love how you called it the sports horn. Aw, thanks, Half Pint. She called it a sports horn. She means an air horn. And don't worry, I'm not doing that ever again. That I don't know why. Don't even bring it up because I'm going to start trying again. No, I'm not doing it. Oh, look at that. The winner is Satan, Take the Wheel. I'm not going to sing it. And it's featuring Skrilla the Snack. And it's Justin's favorite story. You'll give me an otter if I do the air horn. Okay. Wow, wow. Wow, wow. It sounds nothing. It sounds nothing like an air horn. Thanks, Jake. Thanks, Justin. It sounds like a sitar. Well, and that's the funny thing, too, is I'm a siren. Of course I can fucking sing. Like, just not, I can't do an air horn, apparently. So funny. All right, guys, I'll be right back with Satan Take the Wheel. Oh, Ken, thanks for the potato in Paris. Deborah, thanks for the kitty pillow fight. I love that. And the music. How to air horn? Oh, thanks, Mamasaurus. I'm a goofy gal. I laugh a lot, and I laugh at myself a lot. Like, nobody finds me funnier than me. So I have a good time. If nobody else is laughing at my jokes, my ass for sure is. So. You know what, Skrilla? You tried to sneak that one by, but I know what that means. My Puritan ass knows that one. Fax. You didn't tell me. I know what a fax machine is. Yeah, exactly. See, even Justin knows. He'll blame that on Siri. Okay, maybe you did, Skrilla. Whatever. I don't remember that, but I believe you. because I'm not good with like slangs and stuff like that. I'm not good with the slangy slang, and like especially like abbreviations for things. Nope. Hello, meow. Hello. Mel, thank you for your first gift. Thank you so much. Salvatore, thank you for the rose. And Maureen, thank you for the hand hearts. Nate, thanks for the air dancer. Hi, Philfish. How are you? Hi, Goatman. The first story was The Mothman, and it was called The Detour. Your cat heard Merlin and meowed back. Aww. Tell your cat I said, meow. Thank you, Dusty. Submitted for the approval of the Porch Palace Society. This is the tale of the Devil's Highway. Most people know it as Route 666, the Devil's Highway. Technically, it no longer exists. In 2003, the stretch of highway running through parts of New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah was officially renumbered to US 491. The official explanation was safety improvements and route restructuring. But nobody who grew up around that highway believes that story. The old highway had earned a reputation long before the number changed. Truckers claimed they encountered a massive black sedan that appeared out of nowhere, driving impossibly fast before simply disappearing. Others reported being chased by a pitch black vehicle with no license plate and no visible driver. There were stories of phantom semi-trucks that barreled directly toward oncoming traffic before vanishing inches from impact. The older stories came from people who lived near the highway. They described seeing cattle gathering silently along the roadside, entire herds just standing perfectly still for miles. Others claimed to encounter unnaturally aggressive animals that refused to move out of the road. Ranchers occasionally spoke about livestock found mutilated under strange circumstances, feeding rumors that something darker wandered the desert after sunset. And then there were the stories that never made the newspapers. People disappearing after pulling over. Abandoned vehicles with the doors hanging open. Drivers who insisted they had mysteriously lost hours of time on that road. Because Route 666 had become one of those places where every strange thing that happened was absorbed into its mythology. Until the road became an entity itself. Now, I had never even heard of the road until Ben, also known as Skrilla. And Nate's right, it's much more comfortable. He casually mentioned it to me because he knows I love the spooky and the unexplained. And as someone whose love for the open road runs deep, I knew I had to cruise that stretch of asphalt for myself. And I was hoping to drag Skrilla along with me. Neither of us really believed in cursed highways. We just thought it'd be a fun weekend. We crossed into northwestern New Mexico just after lunch. The landscape slowly emptied until there was almost nothing except tan mesas, dry washes, weathered fences, and endless sky. It was beautiful. It always seemed like in horror movies, they exaggerated how isolated places like this felt. But they didn't. You could drive an hour without seeing another vehicle, sometimes longer. Every now and then we'd pass faded memorial crosses planted along the side of the road. 1 became 5, 5 became 20. Ben finally pointed out what I had been thinking. There were an alarming number of memorials on this highway. The road itself wasn't difficult to drive. Long, straight stretches, gentle hills, good visibility. Nothing about it explained why there had been so many tragedies on this lone stretch of road. Near sunset, we spotted what looked like a scenic turnout overlooking a shallow canyon. We pulled in to get out and stretch our legs. I immediately noticed the silence. No birds, no insects, even the breeze seemed still. Ben looked over the edge of the overlook while I wandered toward a weathered wire fence running along the edge. And that's when I noticed the cattle. Maybe 30 of them spread across the desert below. None of them were eating. None of them were lying down. Every single one of them was facing us. I pointed them out to Ben. He laughed at first, and then his smile disappeared. They weren't moving, none of them. Flicking an ear, not one swishing a tail. It looked like someone had paused reality. Finally, Ben shrugged and headed back toward the truck. The moment his hand touched the driver's door, every cow turned at exactly the same time. Like dozens of mannequins rotating together. Instead of looking at us, they were now looking behind us. Ben slowly lowered his hand from the door handle, and I turned around, and there was nothing there. So I ran back over to the overlook, and I looked down to see that all of the cattle were gone. The entire field was empty. What the actual... Ben came running over to me, firmly grabbed my hand, and very sternly said, "Devin, respectfully, get your ass back in the truck now." Fair enough. I listened. He was right. My self-preservation instincts are not the best. Neither of us said another word until we were back on the paved highway. No more scenic looks for us. Darkness settled fast, and the GPS estimated another hour before we'd reach our motel. About 20 minutes later, we rounded a bend and saw something standing in the middle of the road. At first, I thought it was an elk or maybe a horse. But as we got closer, I realized it was far too broad to be either. Ben slowed down to almost a crawl as we got closer to it, and the animal didn't move. Then we could see clearly that it was a bull. An enormous black bull. Its horns stretched so wide they nearly reached both lane markings. It wasn't wandering, it was just standing perfectly square in the center of our lane. Ben gently honked the horn and nothing. Another honk, still nothing. It simply stared directly at us through the windshield. Ben muttered that we needed to go around, but there wasn't much shoulder. But there seemed to be enough to squeeze by. He slowly steered to the left, and the bull turned its head, like it was tracking us. We edged further around it, and when my window came alongside its shoulder, I could finally grasp how massive it really was. Its back was level with the hood of the truck. Then Ben accelerated and we cleared it. Both of us instinctively looked in the side mirrors, and there was no bull anywhere in sight. Just empty pavement for miles. We both looked at each other and laughed like, are we tripping right now? Or And if we are, at least we're going through this together. Neither of us spoke for a while after that, our heads spinning with the surreal experience we just had. Then Ben finally broke the silence. He just said, "We actually saw that, right?" I nodded in disbelief, and I scooted over to lean my head on his shoulder. And we just rode for a while in silence. When you go through something unexplainable with someone, you turn to each other for comfort to help one another not feel so insane. It creates a special bond. About 30 minutes later, the truck lurched and the steering wheel jerked violently. A flat tire, great. Ben managed to pull onto the shoulder without rolling the rim, skillfully, I might add. Neither of us were thrilled about changing a tire in complete darkness, but we didn't really have a choice. Ben grabbed the jack and I held my inadequate flashlight. Thank goodness he knows how to change a tire because I do not. Then we realized the tire wasn't punctured. It had been shredded. Rich he was here, I don't know if he still is. Long parallel cuts, almost as though someone had dragged giant claws around the sidewall. Ben crouched lower. He suddenly froze and pointed underneath the truck. Fresh footprints. Not human. 4 toes, long claws, each print nearly twice the size of my hand. They didn't approach the truck. They came out from beneath it, which didn't really make any sense. The prints began directly under the rear axle and then continued away into the desert. How? Ben quickly got the spare tire put on and we both climbed back inside. Then we tried starting the engine and nothing. Again, nothing. The truck was dead, but the dashboard lights remained on, so the battery had to be fine. It just simply refused to crank. Then something bumped the underside of the truck. Not hard, just enough to make the floor vibrate. Then another bump, closer to my door, and then another moving around us. Whatever it was stayed below the windows, so we couldn't see it. We could only hear it scraping against the frame. Ben leaned over and made sure my door was locked. And we both huddled together in the middle of the truck seat as far from the windows as possible. Neither of us took our eyes off the windows. Minutes passed, but it felt like hours. And then I noticed movement in the passenger mirror. Something low and black running alongside the truck. It disappeared before I could focus on it. A second later, it flashed past Ben's mirror, and then mine again. Circling fast. It kept staying below window level, almost deliberately, like it knew exactly where we couldn't see it. The truck rocked once, twice, hard enough to make the suspension creak. Ben whispered that whatever was outside was trying to tip us. The third shove lifted my side several inches. I heard gravel sliding underneath. Another hit, stronger this time. And this time the truck actually shifted. And then came the sound of heavy breathing, like something enormous had crawled underneath and stopped to catch its breath. The floorboard slowly bowed upward. Something was pressing against it from below. Then the jack, which Ben had accidentally left beside the truck, suddenly flew out from underneath us and disappeared into the darkness. Not rolled, it was thrown. We both saw it. And then, as suddenly as it began, everything stopped. The breathing, the pressure, the rocking. Ben turned the key in the ignition one more time and the engine started instantly. We both smiled at each other and chuckled as he pressed on the gas and we hauled ass out of there. We didn't stop again until we reached civilization. I have no idea what we experienced out there in the desert, but I can't help but wonder if somewhere out there, on the lonely stretches of the highway once known as Route 666, another traveler is slowing down tonight after spotting something standing silently in the road, trying to decide if what they're seeing is perfectly ordinary or the beginning of the next story someone will tell about Route 666, the Devil's Highway. And that's the tale of the Devil's Highway, also known as Satan Take the Wheel. Hi, Angelfish. Thank you, Miss Queen Eats. Thank you, Salvatore. And thank you, Skrilla, for changing the tire. Hi, Ellie. Welcome in. I'm good. How are you? Welcome in, everybody. My name is Devin, and this is Porch Lore, and I tell spooky bedtime stories to help you relax your nervous system and fall asleep. And I am here every single night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until about 1 in the morning. I do write and record all of these stories myself, and you can listen to them whenever you would like on my YT channel, as well as all of the podcast streaming sites. just look for Porch Lore and you will find me. I also have all of the links in my bio. I'm going to set up the next poll for us to vote. And if you guys could do me a favor while I'm doing that, if you could hit that share arrow in the bottom right-hand corner. There's a little yellow circle with 2 arrows chasing each other that says repost. And that puts the live into your friends' FYPs and it helps us grow this beautiful porch of ours. And nope, Nate, that's not happening here. Nope, sure isn't. Wrong place for that. Alright guys, I'll be right back with the next poll. It's Silly Story Title Saturday. I know, Nate. Welcome back, Thayla. I'm scrolling back. What did the tomato say to the other tomato during a race? Catch up. Okay, you guys, the next poll is ready. And these story titles are getting stupid. Yeah, he did, Lindsay. He left us on both. He went and took a nap because he's an old man. Okay, we have It's a Bird. It's a Plane. What the fuck is that? Ghost Proofing. It's a No, Mr. Bunyan. Next stop, Regret. And what in the backwoods ass shit is this? You can vote. In the top left-hand corner, there's a blue box. And you can vote up to 50 times. And you can vote for more than one story. And it is Silly Story Title Saturday. Who's gonna win? Hi, Brooke. We've got It's a Bird, It's a Plane. What the fuck is that? We have Ghost Proofing. We have It's a No, Mr. Bunyan. We have Next Stop, Regret. And what in the backwoods ass shit is this? Who's it gonna be? Also, if you guys could do me a big favor, if you could hit that share arrow in the bottom right hand corner, there is a little yellow circle with 2 arrows chasing each other that says repost. That puts the live into your friends' FYPs, and it helps us grow this beautiful porch of ours. Also, sharing to your stories and sharing with your friends helps too. And thank you to everybody tapping. You like that title, Lindsay? The winner is It's a No, Mr. Bunyan. All right, guys, I'll be right back with that story. Feel free to please hit the share arrow and the repost button, as well as share your stories. And I'll be right back with It's a No, Mr. Bunyan. Sit back and relax. Grab a beanbag chair, grab a hammock, and welcome to the porch. Happy Saturday. Goat man, you mean the button? Because that happens a lot. You just have to swipe out of the app and come back in. Like, completely swipe out of the app, like close it out and come back, because the repost button just disappears for no reason. Goat man, yes I will. Plus I sent you an invite. Just go to your messages and go through my invite. Oh, I was just saying, no, if you just like swipe up and come back, the repost button will reappear sometimes. Hi, Ghost TV. How you doing, cutie? Hi, Steven. Thanks for the cozy cryptid and the popular welcome in. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Riverman. Thank you, James. Good one, right, Justin? Aw, sorry, Goat Man. That happened to Venus all the time. Venus can never find her repost button. Thank you, Megan. And Goatman, this is just silly story title Saturday. These are not the real titles. Oh, some of them I ask people to write a silly, if they have a silly story title suggestion, to put it next to their request. But if they don't, I make them up. And sometimes they're really bad. Submitted for the approval of the Porch Pal Society. This is the tale of the fairy trees. He said, are you saying Mothman's a thief? Sorry, you guys, I just choked on my water. Give me a second. There are some places in the world where people will move mountains to build a road. And then there are places where people will move the road to avoid a single tree. Not because of engineering, not because of convenience, but because of something older, something whispered about for centuries, something living between folklore and fear. The belief that some trees were not just trees. Thank you, Kumquat. Thank you, James. The trees are homes, doorways, places where the unseen world touches our own. Thank you, Brooke. For centuries across the forests and fields of Ireland, Scotland, England, and even parts of Appalachia, people have believed that some trees are not simply trees. They are something more. They are places where the human world touches something unseen. And they are known as fairy trees. And some of these trees are believed to be even more mysterious, and those are known as portal trees. Living doorways that connect our world to hidden realms beyond our own. Today, many people pass these trees without a second thought. They see twisted branches, ancient trunks, and strange shapes created by centuries of wind and weather. Thanks, Ange. Hi, cutie. But for generations before us, those same trees were treated with reverence, respect, and sometimes even fear. Because according to old folklore, those trees belonged to beings that lived just beyond human sight. The stories of fairy trees began centuries ago at a time when people lived much closer to the natural world than we do now. Aw, thanks, Trendy Goblin. They believed that the world was filled with unseen forces. Rivers had spirits. Mountains had personalities. Storms had moods. And certain places were sacred. And forests were not simply collections of trees. They were places where the boundary between the known and the unknown became thin. Across Ireland and Scotland, people spoke of a hidden realm that existed alongside our own. A mysterious world inhabited by beings often called the fair folk or the Fae. Thanks, Ange. Thanks, Megan. But these were not the tiny, cheerful fairies of modern children's stories. The Fae of the ancient tradition were powerful elemental entities. The fair folk are called fair for a reason. They are viewed as the keepers of natural balance, the primordial form of justice. And they became angered when humans disrespected the natural world. And among the places where these beings were believed to gather were certain unusual trees. Sometimes it would be hundreds of years old, with branches twisted into strange shapes. And people wondered why. Why had this one tree survived when everything around it had changed? Why did storms not destroy it? Why did generations of people continue to leave it standing? The answer, according to folklore, was that the tree was protected. It was a home, a meeting place, a doorway. Thank you, oh so very ordinary. And it belonged to the fairies. Farmers would carefully plow around these trees rather than cut them down. Roads were redirected to avoid them. And some of these special trees developed an even stranger reputation. They became known as portal trees. Hi, lovely. According to folklore, certain trees could act as doorways between the worlds. Hollow trees, twisted trees, trees with what appeared to have a doorway. Stories developed about people who entered these strange openings and experienced impossible things. Stories of people who disappeared for what seemed like only minutes, only to discover that hours or days, even years had passed. The idea of lost time is one of the most common themes in fairy folklore. The belief was that the fairy realm did not follow the same rules as our world, and that time behaved differently there. But perhaps one of the most fascinating traditions surrounding portal trees was their connection to healing. For centuries, people across parts of Britain, Europe, and Appalachia believed certain trees had the power to remove illness. One old practice involved passing a sick child through an opening or split in a tree. The belief was that the sickness would be left behind inside the tree, while the child would emerge healed. The tree became a bridge between sickness and health, between the old ways and the new. And of all the warnings surrounding fairy trees, one became the most well-known. Never cut one down. Respect the trees. Respect the land. Respect the mysteries you do not understand. But fairy trees are not just a tradition from the distant past. They still exist today. Travel through parts of Ireland, Scotland, and Appalachia, and you will still find trees decorated with ribbons, coins, flowers, and small offerings. People still visit them. Some leave wishes, some leave gifts. Some simply stand beneath their branches and appreciate the history vibrating around them. A reminder that the world is older and stranger than we often remember. When you first hear about fairy trees, it's easy to assume that they are just stories people tell children. Tiny creatures hiding beneath roots in magical forests. Old legends from a world that no longer exists. But the more I researched them, the more I realized something strange. People didn't just tell stories about these trees. They changed their lives because of them. Across Ireland and parts of Scotland, certain lone hawthorn trees became surrounded by stories of the fair folk. And not the cute, harmless creatures from children's fairy tales. The older legends described something much more complicated. Fairies are powerful, capable of blessing a person or ruining their life. They were not creatures you invited in. They were beings you respected. And above all else, you did not disturb their homes. That belief became so deeply rooted that farmers avoided cutting certain trees, even when the tree stood alone in the middle of valuable farmland. People would plow around them. They would leave them untouched for generations, because removing one was believed to invite disaster. A sick child, a failed harvest, a streak of terrible luck. But what fascinated me most wasn't just the older stories. Thank you, Maria. It was what happened when our modern world collided with them. Because even today, roads are built around these special trees. Construction projects are rerouted. Machines are stopped. Plans are redesigned. All because someone looked at a single tree and decided, no, we're not cutting that one down. Perhaps the mystery of fairy trees was never only about whether supernatural beings truly lived among the branches. Perhaps the deeper mystery is why humans across so many cultures have always looked at certain trees and felt that they were special. Maybe it is because an ancient tree is already something magical. It can stand for hundreds of years. It can survive storms that destroy everything around it. It can grow from a tiny seed into something that outlives countless generations. It witnesses births, death, war, celebrations, and forgotten moments in history. A tree can remember a world that no human alive today has ever seen. And trees are in fact vital to the survival of the human race. Maybe that's why in ancient times they were revered. Thanks, Justin. And maybe that is why people believed some trees are doorways. Because standing beneath the branches of an ancient tree, feeling the vibration of the earth and the breeze on your skin, it's easy to imagine that there is more to this world than what we can see with our eyes. That somewhere beyond the roots and leaves, hidden just beyond the edge of human understanding, there may still be places where the old stories are waiting. Places where the boundary between worlds grows thin. And perhaps, somewhere deep in the woods near you, there are still trees that are not just trees. Reminders that the world still holds mysteries we have yet to uncover. And that's the tale of the fairy trees. And thank you, Maria and Songbird and everybody on YT for helping me already achieve my goal over there. You guys are on a roll tonight. Thank you. Hey, TikTok, the people on YT are beating your asses. Yeah, Matt. I've already reached 2 gift goals over there. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Kumquat. Thanks, Nate. I love the alien finger hands. It's so funny. Michelle, thanks for the dress. You guys are the best. Did you say what one was that called? That was called The Fairy Trees. Thank you, Cats and Coffee. Thanks, Brooke. Thanks, Nate. You guys are so cute. Try that one on for size, YT. Hi, Carrie. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Thanks, Blue Crew. Oh, thank you, Brianna. Thanks, Nate. I love that otter. He's so cute. Hi, Hillary. How are you? Welcome back. I know, isn't the otter so cute? I love him. Thank you, Bed of Dust. Thanks, Blue and Crew. You guys are so sweet. Me too, Brooke. It's so cute. His little tail, if you look, his little tail even like wiggles. Yeah, girl. Look at his tail. There it is. Boop, boop, boop. See his little tail? Goatman says, my little tail wiggles. So does Justin. Did you see it, Brooke? Isn't it so cute? Thanks, lovely. Look at it. Look at his little tail. Dang, it's so cute. Thanks, Nate. His little tail. I know, isn't it cute, Matt? Look at him. Wing, wing, wing. How is he so cute? Thanks, Blue and Crew. I mean, man, I can't believe they didn't have more otter gifts until now. Because, God, otters are cute. They're so cute. Hi, Songbird. And thank you, Kristen. Thanks, McKenna. Thanks, Ken. Thanks, Kumquat. All right, guys, welcome in. If you're new here, my name is Devin, and this is Porch Lore. And I tell spooky bedtime stories to help you relax your nervous system and fall asleep. See, Matt, that's awesome because Deke's so young. He's still so young. It's perfect. Can't believe they're sleeping together. So cute. I'm here every night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until about 1 in the morning. I do write and record all of these stories myself, and you can listen to them whenever you would like on my YT channel, as well as all of the podcast streaming sites. Just look for Porch Lore, and you will find me. Also, if you guys could do me a big favor, I'm going to set up the next poll for us to vote. Could you please hit that share arrow in the bottom right-hand corner? Hi, E Online. And there is a little yellow circle with 2 arrows chasing each other that says repost. And that puts my live into your friends' FYPs, and it helps us grow this beautiful porch of ours. Also, sharing to your stories and sharing with your friends helps too. And thank you to everybody tapping the screen. I'll be right back with the next poll. Happy Saturday. Cool, Brooke. Trendy Goblin. No, I have not, but I don't really need anything for real. I'm pretty good at relaxing. Plus, I love ganja, so that helps me out a bit. Thank you, Blue and Crew. Trendy Goblin, thanks for the roses. Oh, no, Hillary, they don't do that. You were like the queen of that, and they don't do that very much lately. Porch pals. Wouldn't that be fun? Yes, Matt, of course. I want to see something cool. What is it, a kitty? Yeah, I still love the word ganja. I just like to call it that. It's like, it was never even called that in my lifetime, but I just think it's the funniest word for it. Matt, look at that dinosaur. How cute is that? Thanks, Matt. And I like how you give me the heads up so I don't miss it. Thanks. That was so cool. Thanks, Maria. That was so cool. Thanks, Matt. I love that. Yes, Trendy Goblin for sure. It helps with so much. It's such a wonderful plant. That was so cute. Thanks. A tap war goat man is... Thanks, Matt. That was so cute. I'm honored. And I love dinosaurs. A tap war. Justin, you want to help explain to Goat Man what a tap war is? Because Hillary's back and she would like to do a tap war, and I think we should do one. I think that'd be fun. All right, guys, I'll be right back with the next poll. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the porch. Hi, Anna. All right, you guys. The next poll is ready. We have... It's a bird. It's a plane. What the fuck is that? Oh, thanks, Hillary. You're the best. Oh, we can wait till the tap contest is done. I'll wait till the tap war is done. Yeah, I'll wait till you guys are done with your tap war. Let's see who wins. Who's gonna win the tap war? We've got 1 minute before it starts. Do you guys hear the cricket? He's going to town. He wants to be part of the show. And they're off. Pew, 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 pew. They're off. It's tap time. Who's gonna win? Oh shit, Brooke is the winner, I think. I think Brooke won. All right, you guys. That was fun. Brianna, you're so cute. I don't even know how they count them, to be honest. I don't understand how they count how many they did. Okay, you guys. Yeah, Brooke got it. Way to go, Goat Man. Okay, guys. It's Silly Story Title Saturday on the porch. And we have It's a Bird, It's a Plane. What the fuck is that? We have I Have a Permit. Okay. We have What in the Backwoods Asher is This? We have The Spooky Silk Stockings. And Sir, This is a Wendy's. You can vote in the top left-hand corner. There is a blue box with there's a blue box and you can vote up to 50 times. And you can vote for more than one story. Who's it gonna be, guys? Which silly title's gonna win? Goatman, how do you do that though? Because doesn't other people's taps affect the number up there? How do you know which one's yours? Oh. Oh, like if you do it in if you do it a bunch at one time, it'll tell you? Oh, okay. Got it. I didn't know that. I didn't know that because I use a tapper. And I never, noticed that. I just got my 1230 puzzle piece. Matt. No, it's not here's the thing. My friend Kim goes live for 6 hours at a time, and I'm usually working So, and like doing stories and like other stuff. So I'm still listening in my earbuds, but I put the tapper on for her so she gets taps. But I can still like listen and not have to be like staring at the screen the whole time. Does that make sense? So it's not cheating because I'm actually still there, still paying attention. I just am not holding the telephone. But I still am listening the whole time. And then I run over, and then I run over to write a comment, and then I turn it back on. Oh, in a tapping war. Yeah, I've never used it in a tapping war. 100% it is, yeah. I've never used it in a tapping war. I've never even been in a tapping war. I didn't even know what they were until you guys started doing them. And I didn't even understand the time that Justin was giving when he'd be like 0.24. I'm like, where are they seeing this time at? And then I realized he meant like at whatever the top of the hour, like in the clock. But it took me like a while to understand. The tapper, yeah, it's really worth getting. I have one in my showcase if you guys want to check it out so you can find one easily. It's the one I use. They have newer ones now, but it's the one I got last summer when I first got on here and was supporting people. And it's just helpful so you don't always have to hold the phone and you can still support your friends. Yeah, Goat Man, they say 2-4, so it would have been 12:24 or whatever 24 your hour is, and then it stops after a minute, I think. No, I get what you mean, Goat Man. Oh, Lovely said tappers in a tap war isn't cheating. People are just jealous. Yeah, and to be honest, the goal is to get the most taps for the creator. So it's not really cheating, I don't think. Get a tapper then. Or use the 5 fingers trick and slam your whole hand on it. Like a little spider dancing. That's what I do. Before I got a tapper, I just did like a spider dancing my whole hand. Justin, you don't even have fingers. You have little flappers. Little cute duck feet. Brooke, if you go to my profile, there's like a couple options like above it that one of them should say showcase. And it's like I pin things in there that I've used or recommend or like whatever. And so when I mention stuff, I can tell you guys, oh, it's in my showcase, so you can look at that item. It doesn't happen very often. But I do put things in there in case people are curious, like certain witch books are in there and some other things that I talk about on Witchy Wednesdays are in there. Blue and Crew, I have to turn my the tapper can't go above like 12 or it puts you in tap jail. But I literally got in tap jail the other day on Kim's live by just using my fingers and it wasn't counting my taps. So I don't know. I have no idea. And then there's YT. We're over in YT. It's so unproblematic. You can just tap the screen however you want. It's just not a problem. Nobody really taps on YT, but that's okay. Hi. Hi, Possum. How you doing? Where possums unite. All right, guys, the winner is what in the backwoods ass shit is this? Yes, Melody, that's a good idea. Yeah, me neither, Lovely. I have no idea. I think TikTok helps more than over there, to be honest. I don't even know if the tapping over there, I don't even know what it does. I'm not that well versed yet. And you know what I mean? Yes, it does, Brooke. Yeah. I make money off of it. And sometimes there'll be like, my friend will be like, I need something. Do you want to put it in your showcase so I can buy it from you? I'm like, yeah. And it gives me a couple bucks. You know, it's like, it's just nice. But not very many people buy anything from there because I never mention my showcase. Because I'm a terrible businesswoman. I'm not good at like capitalism. But yeah, go check out my showcase. I do get a little bit off of it. Oh, you're not smooth brain, Brooke. Don't talk about my friend like that. What stuff, Goatman? Like tapping and stuff on YT? Yeah, there's gifs and tapping and all kinds of fun stuff. I think they're in there. Lovely. Are they not? They should be in there. It's Hollyland. The wireless ones, right? Yes, Melody, I agree. I forgot to, Lovely. So, see if I did, because I think I did add them. But if I didn't, I will. And I will do it, yeah, right away. So yeah, if you guys ever like some of the stuff I have, if you like it, you can just be like, hey, add that to your showcase or whatever. Yes, Brooke. Plus the merch is like free advertising too. Because every time you wear it, you can be like, that's my friend. That's my friend. All right, guys, I'll be right back with the backwoods. Oh, it's about time, Matt. For what? For what? Oh, thanks, Tamara. Matt, you always do your part. You're the best. Thanks, Archangelo. Oh, yeah, advertising for sure. Matt's been advertising. Matt wears his Porch Lore shirt everywhere. And he always posts pictures in the Discord, and I love it. I love that. Oh, Matt, you just became a super fan. Thanks, Matt. Good night, Hillary. Thanks for coming by. So nice to see you. We love you. Honeybees, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the porch. Also, before I start the story, if you guys could do me a big favor, welcome in. My name is Devin, and this is Porch Lore. And if you guys could hit that share arrow in the bottom right-hand corner for me, there is a little yellow circle with 2 arrows chasing each other that says repost. You can undo it and redo it every once in a while. It helps refresh the algorithm. And you just hit that, and that puts the live into your friends' FYPs, and it helps us grow this beautiful porch of ours. Also, sharing to your stories and sharing with your friends helps too. And thank you for all the taps, guys. Quick swig and I'll be right back. Submitted for the approval of the Porch Pal Society. This is the tale of Poplar Creek. No, Goat Man, I don't have one on the Loch Ness Monster yet, but I will. Last June, I received an email inviting me to spend an entire week in a place called Poplar Creek. I couldn't believe it. Someone had discovered my channel. The subject line read, "Dear content creator, we love your folklore content. Come experience the real Appalachia." The email explained that Poplar Creek was trying to revive tourism after decades of economic decline. And they were inviting a handful of content creators to stay free of charge in exchange for making content showcasing to our audiences what their little holler had to offer. The offer included accommodations and a restored historical cabin, free meals, guided tours, and unrestricted access to historic sites that were normally closed to visitors. It honestly sounded like a dream trip. I searched for Poplar Creek online and there wasn't much. An outdated town website and a Facebook page that hadn't been updated in 6 years. A few photographs showing brick storefronts beneath huge oak trees. Everything looked charming. And to be honest, I'm not at the point yet where I can really afford to travel to all these spooky locations for content like I'd like to, yet. And this was my first brand collaboration offer with all expenses paid. I was just feeling really proud of myself and appreciative for the recognition of my passion and hard work. So, this felt like a sign from the universe that this content creating path was actually working out. So, I accepted the offer. It took almost 8 hours to reach town. The interstate gave way to a 2-lane highway, which eventually turned into a winding mountain road. Eventually, my GPS stopped working, but someone had anticipated that. And I started to see hand-painted wooden signs every few miles. "Welcome, content creators. This way to Poplar Creek." It had little arrows leading the way. How cute. When I finally rounded the last bend, I smiled. It looked beautiful. Fresh flower boxes hung beneath every window. The courthouse clock chimed noon. Families walked between antique stores carrying ice cream cones. It felt like stepping into another era. almost immediately people started waving at me. And not just politely, like they already knew who I was. Everyone seemed genuinely excited that I had come. And it was kind of hard to wrap my head around the fact that these people recognized me and were fans of my work. But their reception to my arrival made me feel like a queen. In the town square, they introduced me to a few other content creators that had been invited too. They seemed to be other creators with channels who had just started to take off, so we were all new to this whole experience. There was a guy who was a food content creator there to film content about their restaurants. Then there was a girl who was an outdoor adventure content creator who was going to showcase the Appalachian wilderness in the area. And then there was me, the folklorist and spooky storyteller. They all seemed nice, and we wished each other a week of good content. And then we all split up to be escorted to our own cabins. My cabin was extremely remote. There wasn't even an established road to get to it. Just a dirt trail that my car barely cleared. It sat surrounded by forest overlooking a creek, and it was beautiful. Inside there was a stone fireplace. Thank you, Brooke. A wraparound porch outside. There were old quilts and fresh flowers on the kitchen table. Someone had even stocked the refrigerator. God, I miss Southern hospitality like this. The first 3 days were wonderful. I filmed old haunted caves and historic cemeteries, an abandoned mine and railroad tunnel. Then I realized that I hadn't encountered any of the other creators yet, which is a little odd, but we were off the grid pretty much, so I figured that our paths just hadn't really crossed yet. Everywhere I went, a local offered another story. Every resident seemed eager to tell me about the town's history and folklore. And I noticed that one thing kept coming up. They were incredibly proud that nobody ever left Poplar Creek. Families had lived there for generations. Children grew up, married neighbors, and raised children of their own, all within that small little holler. Nobody ever leaves Poplar Creek. Everyone smiled when they said it. Kind of creepy, if you ask me. By the 4th morning, I had decided to explore somewhere off the beaten path, somewhere nobody had recommended. An overgrown logging road that I had noticed leading into the woods behind my cabin. About half a mile in, I found something unexpected. A camera, broken, half buried beneath leaves. Not old enough to have been there for years. The camera wasn't salvageable, but maybe the footage someone was trying to film would still be intact. I grabbed the SD card and I took it back to the cabin with me. The card was still readable, and when I opened the files, it was the footage of the girl that I had met earlier in the week. The outdoor adventure creator I scrolled through her raw footage. She had spent several days happily exploring Poplar Creek. But then, the recordings changed, and her videos became erratic and paranoid. They were all of her, very close to the camera, whispering about how people were following her. She described how her cabin had been searched while she was in town and how her rental car wouldn't start. The final clip lasted only 12 seconds. Thank you, Rachel. Welcome in. The camera was shaking violently as it showed a view of her running through the woods. Multiple inadequate flashlight beams filled the trees behind her as she ran in tears. Then the recording ended suddenly with someone grabbing the camera and throwing it to the ground. And that was it. No explanation, no ending. What? I drove straight into town. I intended to get gas, stock up on some snacks, and leave immediately. But after filling up my car at the gas station, it wouldn't start. The town mechanic, who just happened to be attached to said gas station, checked it out and calmly explained that the distributor had somehow failed overnight. But he said that he could have the part after the weekend. Great. Then he told me that by the time he got the part in, I wouldn't even be worried about leaving Poplar Creek. Okay, weirdo. Great. I was stranded and freaking out. After that, I instantly became hyper aware of my surroundings. And I started to notice some strange things. The same old pickup truck drove past my cabin every single night 3 times. Exactly 3 times. One afternoon, I returned from town and I immediately could tell that someone had been inside the cabin. Nothing had been stolen, but I could tell everything had been touched. My suitcase had been unzipped, and my notebook that I had left on the coffee table was now open on the kitchen counter like someone had been flipping through my notes. That night, I couldn't sleep. The next morning, I hiked back to where I found the camera. But this time, I kept going. The logging road eventually ended at an old quarry. Hidden behind stacks of broken stone were 6 small cabins. So I decided to investigate. Inside each cabin, I found abandoned bags and suitcases full of not just clothing, but tripods, ring lights, cameras, batteries, phones, laptops, and iPads. Thousands of dollars worth of creator equipment, just left along with all of their other belongings. Oh my God, what kind of sick game is this? That's when I heard the trucks approaching. I ducked behind an overturned loader while 4 men climbed out. They were carrying rifles. I immediately recognized one of them as the mechanic who looked at my car. Another was the man who had checked me into my cabin. They began searching the cabins one by one. After a while, one of the men pointed toward the woods, toward where I was hiding. I didn't wait. I just ran like hell. Thank you, Diana. I spotted an old coal conveyor stretching across a ravine, half collapsed, so I crawled underneath it, just as headlights swept over the hillside. They spread out below me. Inadequate flashlights cut through the darkness. I figured if I just hide here, perfectly still and quiet, until daylight, I should be able to run and find help. But then I realized they had dogs with them. I could hear their barking echoing through the valley. I inched across the rusted steel framework until I reached the opposite side. And then one of the support beams loudly snapped beneath me. The noise drew every flashlight up toward me, and they saw me. Without thinking, I just slid down the rest of the way and I hit the ground pretty hard. But I scrambled to my feet and I just kept running. Branches whipped at my face. I lost one of my shoes crossing a creek, but I just kept moving. I could hear the dogs getting closer, and then I saw railroad tracks. Active tracks. And then I saw a freight train rounding the bend. And without even thinking, I just sprinted beside it. I grabbed a ladder and I somehow pulled myself up. It must have been adrenaline because I didn't even know I had that kind of upper body strength, to be honest. I held on for dear life to the side of that train as it carried me out of that terrifying valley. The last thing I saw was nearly 30 people with rifles standing beside the tracks, watching me get away. And I flipped them all the bird. State police returned with me 2 days later, and Poplar Creek was exactly where I'd left it. That was for you, Rachel. The town existed, the people existed, and the cabins existed. But the townspeople insisted that I'd become confused while hiking, after suffering dehydration and a head injury from falling. I never fell. The mechanic produced repair records showing my car had never been touched. The innkeeper showed signed paperwork claiming I had officially checked out voluntarily. Every single resident told exactly the same story. They were all in on it. And without evidence, there wasn't a case. When I got back, I uploaded a video explaining my terrifying encounter in the town of Poplar Creek as a warning to other creators. But instead, it sparked a major rush in content creators going to Poplar Creek to try and document their own experience in what was dubbed the holler from hell. Then, about 6 months later, I received an email. Subject line: "Thanks for making Poplar popular again." The email read, "Dear content creator, thank you for the publicity and bringing so much attention to our humble little holler. We have already invited next year's batch of creators. And again, only one will win the title of next year's tourism ambassador." And that's the tale of Poplar Creek. Also tonight known as what? Wait, what did I call it again? Hold on. What did I call it again? Also known tonight as... What in the backwoods ass shit is this? Welcome in, everybody. My name is Devin, and this is Porch Lore. I'm here every single night, and I tell spooky bedtime stories to help you relax your nervous system and fall asleep. And I'm here every night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hi, Trendy Goblin. Heavenly Side of Horror. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in. And yes, Diana, don't worry. We still have one more story. Also, you guys, on Monday, every Monday, I premiere a new story at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live on my YT channel. So if you'd like to join us, please subscribe over there and join us. There's a live chat, a live premiere of the new listen of the new story of the week, and it's very fun. This week's story is a cool topic that I'm excited to share. It is once again going to be folklore I grew up with. I decided to do a back-to-back. Yeah. Awesome, Jonathan. Yeah. Jane says, I love when you tease us. Yes, I'm very good at it. Yes, Diana, I am on both every day. Really, Goatman? Yeah, it's relaxing over there. Exactly, Skrilla. That's me. Sherry, are you okay? Yes, JT. Witchy Wednesday. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. I don't have the energy to tell him to fuck off tonight. So I didn't eat any dinner. So thank you. I don't know, Leslie. No, not Spooky Scary. The other Sherry. The red pepper Sherry. Because we've got two special Sherrys in here. Exactly, Beefy. Skrilla, I'm out of Uncrusties. And I didn't realize it till I got home and it was too late. Yes, Sherry, sending lots of love to you and your aunt. We love you. Sherry, there's all kinds of things wrong with you, girl. Just kidding, love you. Hi, Chipmunk Mommy. I love your name. I'm a Chipmunk Mommy too. But like an outdoor, like they live outdoors. What's an Uncrusty? It's an Uncrustable sandwich. They're my favorite. And I forget to eat a lot, and they're a nice shot of protein real fast. And a sweet treat, which I love. So they're my go-to. Don't feel dumb. Don't feel dumb at all. I don't feel like that's like a common, I don't know. I don't feel like something people talk about a lot. Unless they have children, which I don't. I'm a grown adult and I eat them myself because I love them. And I don't think convenience should be just reserved for kids. Justin, oh, I love Justin says I'm also Uncrustable. Bobos are similar to Uncrustables. Oh, rich. Never heard of those. But yes, Uncrustables are filled with peanut butter, Robin. And you take them to Disney, Leslie. That's cute. And then you love them too, Beefy, me too. And then Skrilla showed me some that are actually like more proteiny and less sugary or something. But I live here, and I bet you I can't find those anywhere. But they do make healthier ones for anybody interested. And yeah, Jade, I've thought about doing that too. Anyway, guess what time it is, guys? It's grilled cheese time. Grab a beanbag chair, grab a hammock, sit back and relax. Check out the shooting stars. And welcome to the porch. I'll be right back with the tale of the night shift at Sycamore Diner. Love you, Sherry. Robin. Skrilla. Yeah, you do. Oh, Rachel, don't act like that's TMI. Robin, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that. I'm just like, yeah, you do. I don't even fucking, I'm like, whatever. Sure. You ate so much during the game. What, did you play goat games today? What kind of games did you play? And why did you eat a lot during the game? Was it an eating contest? Peanut butter jelly time. Where he at? Where he at? Oh, what's the football game? I don't know. The football game? Was there one? Was there one sports game today that everyone watched? Or is it goat football? Hi, Khaleesi. Oh, the Dallas Cowboys. Got it. What kind of snacky snacks did you eat? I used to date a guy that was like really unattractively obsessed with his football team. And like it was just really tragic. Anyway, and so I like would make snacky snacks for the football get-togethers he'd have. And I got pretty good at it, I'm not gonna lie. And my favorite snacky snacks were the meatballs that are like honey barbecue, saucy, thick. It's like jelly meatball sauce. Like they're like, it doesn't even drip off the meatball, right? I would make those. And then there was like, what was the other one? Like bourbon or beer? No, beer mac and cheese. And then but my favorite of all time, of a football snacky snack is just the little wieners in the sauce. I love those. I don't even like them too spicy. I just love those. Oh, I got pound cake. Oh, CSS, he cheated on me. And then the girl called me and said, we're in love and we're Christian. Because, yeah, it was a whole thing. So, yep, that's how. Yes, there it is. Little Smokies with grape jelly and barbecue sauce. That's it. I was like, there's jelly in the sauce. Yep. There it is. Captain Grimathy Squeaks Esquire. You are correct. Oh my God, are you a dog? Oh my God, it's so cute. Are you a dog? You're so cute. Oh, thanks, CSS. Yeah. You know, you can be the sweetest, juiciest peach on the tree, and there'll still be some asshole that doesn't like peaches. You know? Not my problem. Not my chair. Not my problem. Brooke, I love you. You're so cute. Her name is Marzipan. That's the cutest dog name I've ever heard in my life. Bravo. That's the cutest. That might be my next cat's name. That's the cutest fucking dog name I've ever heard. You like that quote, CSS? Yeah. That's a southern one, I think. You could be the sweetest, juiciest peach on the tree, and there'll still be an asshole that doesn't like peaches. Was his name Travis? No, his name was Clayton. And I think that says all you need to know. Yeah, I'm the king of the trees, the tree meister. I rely on them. Oh, you have all those nicknames for her? I love that. I have nicknames for Merlin too. You call her Mars, Pan, Panda, Zapan, Potato. Yeah, man, I've been cheated on a lot actually. I say it was fun times. Fun times. Luna Baluna, that's so cute. I call Merlin my little nuggie, my little Waby. Waby stands for wizard baby because his name's Merlin. He's a wizard and he's my baby. Get it? So I call him my Waby, my little nuggie, sir. I call him sir a lot, but usually only when I'm scolding him. I'll be like, no, sir. And he listens immediately. Like he'll stop doing whatever he's doing if I say, no, sir. And he just comes running over like, because he knows he's not supposed to. Hi, Erie. Or Aaron. Hi, Aaron. Yes. Love the Waby. And I take him outside at night after the live sometimes. And the other night he encountered a deer. And I thought it was the first time he's ever been that close, but I forgot there was another time. Jade, do you remember when I sent you the video last summer? He had another encounter with deer last summer. And so, and he just had his little glow collar on. He was just like frozen staring at him in amazement. He's like, oh my God, it's a deer. It was so cute. I would share it on the Discord, but I think it's too long. I don't think like you can even share videos on the Discord, which is stupid. You remember that, Jade? Yeah, I remembered it after I said it in the video where I was like, this is the closest he's ever been to a deer. Afterwards, I was like, wait, that's not true. I sent one. I remember Jade and I saw one last time. Yeah, Jade. Yeah, Skrilla. Right, Jade? Oh, they wouldn't let me approve it. Or they wouldn't let me pin his comment. He said Jade in the beer bongs last summer. Yeah, it wouldn't let me pin it either. Aw, Diana, we love you. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Viola. Hi, CJ. Oh my god, you have a guinea pig? I fucking love guinea pigs. You have a guinea... Okay, her name's Lola, and you call her a sweet potato and Lola butt. And then your dog's name is Abby, and you call her Abby face, Abby butt, baby, cute little baby. Yep. Everybody does that, right? Isn't it the funniest thing? I call my dog stink butt because he farts in his sleep. Yeah, everybody has little nicknames for their animals. It's so funny. And I also make up songs about Merlin a lot. And I feel like it's one of those things that I feel like no one's probably ever seen. You know what I mean? But I do. I make up little songs for him about him and how wonderful he is and how he's the cutest boy in the world and how he's the love of my life and he's such a good sneaky wizard. And like I make up songs about him. And like you know the song, you know the melody of Earth Angel? I'll sing that, but instead of Earth Angel, I'll fit my baby, would you be mine? And I sing it to him in like a baby voice, and he like rolls over, puts his little blip out, and loves it. He like loves it. It's so cute. Floof wizard, yeah. They really were. They'd be like, wee, wee, wee. Exactly, CSS. I had guinea pigs as a little girl, and they, because I've been obsessed with capybaras since I was like able to talk for some reason. And well, I actually know why, because I got a book called Cappy Boppy and I was obsessed with it, and I tried to steal it from the library, so my parents bought me one. And so the closest thing you can have is a guinea pig, so my parents got me a guinea pig. Oh, we got corn. Oh my god. Okay, that's all I can do for now. Named Bean. Yes, I think I do follow him. Also, the guinea pigs of TikTok follows me. They come into my life sometimes, and I'm like, I'm honored you're here. Guinea pigs of TikTok. I don't know Walito. I know. Well, she gave me 15, so I only did 5 worths of chomps. Can't do 15. That's a lot. I know, CSS. I feel so cool. See, I'm so glad you get it. I'm so glad you get it. When they come in, I'm like, hello. I'm honored you're here and that you follow me. I don't know how you know that I love like, I don't know how they found me, but it has to be because I look at guinea pigs. I mean, I don't even think there's any other way they would find, but like, sure as shit, they come into my life sometimes. And you guys have probably heard me say it before. Every time they come in, I giggle. I'm like, hi, guinea pigs of TikTok. Thanks for being here. It makes me feel so cool. And that puppet squirrel follows me. What's his name again? The best one. And he came in one time and I was like, what? You follow me? What was his name again? The really cute puppet mouse. The puppet rat. Who reads funny stories. Or spooky stories, whatever. Why, Skrilla? Wait, why? Are you? I didn't know that. Are you? You're a rat? Oh, Lindsay, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, it has been a very common occurrence for me as well. Lindsay said everyone she's been with has cheated. Same. But I actually know the psychology behind why for me, and like that's why I literally haven't said fuck it a couple years ago. Fuck it. Because it's a thing. It's a thing. Sherry, wait. Who started cussing you out at the hospital when you were trying to help your aunt out of the car? Excuse me? Porch pals mount up. Because what? Excuse me? Thank you, Viola. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Excuse me, Sherry. We need to know more information. Oh, I'm sorry, Barbles. I'm so sorry. Sending you guys all the love. Justin said I was cheated on because I danced too much. Oh my god. I was cheated on because I don't fucking ego stroke enough. I don't play dumb enough. Oh, Skrilla, you know some tea I don't? Oh, thank you, Sharper. How you doing, cutie? I miss you. Hey, Sharper. Oh my god, Sherry. Did you get his license plate? Or his hair, by any chance? Oh, you guys, we have a treasure box. Andrew, I'm the wrong person to ask. But I'm sure somebody else can tell you that has has had better experiences than I have. Viola, thank you for the super fan box. You're so sweet. Thank you for your generosity, guys. There's a super fan box up there in the corner next to my frozen banners. You can open it. Diana, if you open it, it gives you a month of being a super fan. You get to use the special stickers and all these other things. Sharper, I don't think you can claim it if you already have a super fan. Oh wait, you're not already a super fan, are you? Never mind. Sherry, that's it. That's it. I'm not the one any day. I'm always like, you picked the wrong bitch today, dude. You picked the wrong bitch today. Archangel, really? No, Sherry was saying she's not the one to be fucked with today. That's what she was saying. She said, I'm not the one today. Hello, John. Welcome in. Thank you, oh so very ordinary, for the cute gifts. Oh, somebody got it. Oh, wait, you are Sharper. That's what I thought. I thought you were, because you already won one once, didn't you? Goatman won it? Aw, Goatman. Congrats. We're doing great, John. How are you? You did, Goatman. See, you belong on the porch. You actually got something. Good job, Goatman. We're so proud of you. Go gallop around the beach for a little bit and celebrate. Submitted for the approval of the Porch Pal Society. Tiffany, you like that? This is, oh my God. Sharper, what? A sleepy tater? Is that a sleepy tater? I have never seen that gift. Oh my God. Hi, Isabel. Sleepy tater? Oh, yeah, it was a potato, Brooke. It's called the sleepy tater. God, was that made for me? Carbs, snoozy time. The word tater. Cuteness. Who made that? Love it. Rich said my mom's a sleepy tater. What? What? I'm a sleepy tater too. Justin. A sleepy tater. I know. That was a hit, Sharper. We're all talking about how we are a sleepy tater. You're familiar with that terminology, Matt? Which, the tater? The tater? Because me too. I'm fluent in tater too. And not to be mistaken with a nader, which is a tornado. Thanks, thanks, Diana. That's so sweet of you to say. I giggle a lot. They say if you don't laugh, you cry, you know? So I just laugh all the time. Or Mater from Cars. Or Mater, the famous pickup truck. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Sherry, that's cute. I love the lucky cat. I have one of those actually in my room. Yes, Andrew, you are fluent in donut, and I'm jealous. Me too, Rachel. Me too. Tiffany's laughing too. Yep, naders when we go out on the porch to see if we got to go to the basement. Except for in the South, we don't have basements. We don't have basements. Asher, what do you think it is? Nobody tell them. A Libra? Interesting guess. My best friend Chelsea is a Libra. But I am not. Rich. Rich. Skrilla said chuckle whisper. My sign is peanut butter. It really is. I'm a peanut. Uh-oh, Ash. I hate to break it to you, but I'm a Sag. But I'm a November Sag. We're very different from December Sages. But he said, fuck. Yep. I am a Saggy. But yeah, Sherry said I knew it. Well, Sherry, I think you've been following me long enough that you've heard my birthday. Oh, yep. December Sages are totally different than November Sages. We're very different. Like November Sages don't like to be pinned down, but then December Sages will pin you down. Does that make sense? I don't even know if that makes sense, but they're extremely different. I would say that out of all of the signs, I would say that November and December Sages are probably like the most different versus all of the other signs that split a month. Well, I was supposed to, Viola, but that didn't work out. That's why I'm going to Tahoe. And I'm not celebrating as a Virgo. I refuse. I refuse. No offense to the Virgos out there, but I could not be less a Virgo. So we're just giving up on that, I guess. Thanks for the follow, user Butch Green. Oh, Rich, I don't even know. Are you, Melody? Yeah, trendy. Yeah, trendy. Oh my gosh, mine's 2 days before yours, Melody. That's a cool factoid, Jason. I never knew that. Yeah, Lindsay, me too. Same. Yeah, no, Goatman, inadequate flashlight is Scarlet. She's right there. The one that said Cancer. So me and him are like besties. That's Scarlet. She just uses the inadequate flashlight account to be silly. She's here. She's been here all night. Isabel, you're a December Sag? Yeah, don't you feel like we're so different? My sister's a December Sag. Don't you feel like December Sag and November Sag are very different? Like you guys are much more put together. Thank you, Sparkly Music. Like December Sages are much more put together. I would say they're a little more passive. November Sages are a wild ride. But also like not passive. You get it, Melody? Yeah, my sister is too. And we are so different. And most of the December Sages I know are just, but it's not a bad thing. Like they actually are more put together. They're more like type A. And not always, like, but they're just a little more organized and stuff, right? Are you, Skrilla? That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, Trendy, my moon is actually in Gemini. So well, Asher, I could understand being scorned from that. That sucks, and I'm so sorry to hear that. And yeah, fuck her. You love Sagittarius, you're married to one. Yeah. Viola, yeah. Well, and that's the thing is, they say about Sagittarius is you either love them or you hate that you love them. Because we're lovable. People like us. We're funny. We're good friends. We silly goosies. And we're down for most anything. Yes, that boy Shadow, you are correct. Hi, Live, Laugh, Love. How you been, cutie? I missed you. You're a Scorpio, Nicholas? I get along with Scorpios very well. There's a Sagittarius girl at your work who likes to... Yeah, well, just remember that, like, not everything people do is part of their sign. She could just be a bitch. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not everything could be attributed. You have to, like, kind of know the personalities of the signs to be able to, like, attribute things to their sign. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't just be like, that person I knew was that sign, they suck. Like, look up more in depth how that sign is known to be and act and be like, oh yeah, that's definitely a Gemini thing to do, or that's definitely a Virgo thing to do, because that person could just be a bitch, because I don't hover over fucking anybody. I'll tell you that shit right now. So I don't, maybe other Sages do, but I sure shit don't. So Sherry, are you just about your business? You're all about that business. Skrilla, you don't want to know. Oh, you think she has a crush on you? Okay. Well, then that makes a difference. That makes a big difference. Yeah. Well, and I was gonna say maybe the December Sages do that. I don't know, but I think she has a crush on you. Then yeah, I am a ball of light. What does that mean? Yep, Sherry for sure. All right, guys, let's get our grilled cheeses ready. Oh my God, thank you, Danny. I love that little guy. How you said it was perfect. Thanks, Live, Laugh, Love. Thanks. Yeah, Matt, we had that conversation and you weren't ready for it, remember? Remember, Drunkie? We had that conversation and you weren't ready for it, and then you were creeped out. You were like, Devin's a witch. How does she know this stuff? And it was the best ever. Oh, Doe, you're not offending us. That's another thing about Sagittarius is we don't really get offended. Yeah, we don't really get offended. Yeah, see, Matt says he's still not ready for it. Because when Matt told me he was a Virgo, I was like, oh, Lord. And he's like, what? Tell me about myself. Hi, Auntiana. So I told him, and he was like, it's like you read my fucking mind. That's every fucking thing I do. How do you know me? So, how do you know you're a witch? Oh my God. He was mind blown. Probably not, Matt. Probably not. Because twins doesn't work on TikTok. Like, we can't see you. He said, worth a shot. Because he's a twin. Submitted for the approval of the Porch Pal Society. This is the tale of the night shift at Sycamore Diner. Thank you, Synosis. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, Auntiana. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Trendy Goblin. Thank you, Teresa. Sherry, I get along with Taurus pretty well, okay? But they are kind of stubborn. Matt, can't parent trap them. What good is it? I'm not usually the kind of person who pulls over on back roads at night. Not unless I absolutely have to. Oh, and Lindsay, me too. Same, Lindsay, same. But that night, something about the storm, the long drive, and that growling pit in my stomach convinced me otherwise. I was hungry. It was late October, and I was headed back to campus after a weekend visit with my friends in North Carolina. I had a midterm on Monday, and my plan had been to drive straight through, 5 hours, no stops. But then came the rain. One of those cold, slanted, whispery rains that creeps into your bones and makes the windshield wipers sound like a heartbeat. I had taken the wrong exit trying to bypass traffic, and I ended up on a 2-lane back road, surrounded by nothing but pine trees and power lines. And that's when I saw the neon sign. SYCAMRE Diner. The O in Sycamore was flickering, like it hadn't worked right in years, but the rest was lit up in a cherry red neon, a tiny beacon in the middle of nowhere. I figured I'd grab a quick bite, maybe some coffee, check my map, and get back on the highway. But I should have just kept driving. I should have known something was off the second I stepped inside. The bell over the door jingled, but not like a normal bell. It made this sharp metallic ping that echoed longer than it should have. The air inside was warm, almost too warm. And it smelled like grilled onions and pancake syrup. The place looked like it had been yanked straight from 1957. Good night, Jade, I love you. Checkerboard floor, red vinyl booths, a long counter with spinning stools, even a jukebox in the corner that looked like it hadn't worked in decades. And the people, they all stopped and looked at me the second I walked in. Not in a rude way, just quiet. Like they weren't expecting me. Like I had walked into the middle of a sentence that no one wanted to finish. A waitress, tall, with beehive hairdo and a light blue uniform, smiled and waved me over. You get caught in the rain, sweetheart, she said, handing me a laminated menu. I nodded, still trying to shake off that weird feeling. Yeah, the highway's a mess. She chuckled and patted my shoulder. Well, you're safe here. Sycamore's always open for travelers. I sat down at a corner booth. The vinyl creaked, and I remember the jukebox shifted songs by itself and started playing some slow doo-wop ballad that I didn't recognize. I looked around and everyone looked normal. Sort of. There was a trucker with a thick gray beard drinking coffee at the counter. A young couple whispering to each other in a booth by the jukebox. And an older woman stirring tea like she was lost in thought. But they all had the same look in their eyes, like they were there but also somewhere else. Like they were watching me out of the corner of their eyes even when they were looking down. The waitress came back with coffee. Strong, hot, and surprisingly good. And I ordered a grilled cheese with fries. Simple, safe. She wrote it down with one of those clicky pens and said, "Don't worry, it's on the house tonight." And that was my second red flag. No diner just gives food away. While I waited, I took out my phone to check the map. No signal, I mean nothing. No bars, no Wi-Fi, not even GPS. Just a blank screen with a spinning wheel. I glanced out the foggy window, and the storm was still going. But now, the wind had picked up, and I could see the power lines swaying like jump ropes in the dark. But the diner stayed perfectly lit. Not even a flicker. The food came fast, like under 5 minutes, but it looked amazing. Golden bread, gooey cheese, crispy fries with a little metal cup of ketchup on the side. I took a bite. Delicious. I mean, I've eaten at a lot of diners, greasy spoons, college joints, and roadside shacks, but this was hands down the best grilled cheese I've ever had. The fries were perfect, and the coffee never ran out. Every time I took a sip, it was somehow full again. I was halfway through the sandwich when the trucker got up to leave. He walked right past my table, nodded once, and whispered, "Don't stay past midnight." That's all he said. What? But he was already out the door. The waitress gave me a tight smile and walked over collecting his empty mug. "Old Earl, he's always saying weird stuff," she said, laughing. "Just ignore him." But I couldn't. Something about his voice stuck with me. Something about the way he looked at me. Not like I was a customer, but like I was in danger. I checked the clock over the register. 11:42. I figured I had just enough time to finish my fries, grab the check, and head out. I still had at least 3 hours left on the road. But when I stood up, the lights flickered just once, and then again. And then everything in the diner stopped moving. The couple by the jukebox froze mid-sentence. The woman with the tea stopped stirring, her spoon hanging in midair. The waitress, her hand reached out for a mug, just stopped. Like someone hit pause on the entire scene. I took a step back, the jukebox buzzed, glitched, and restarted a new track. I could still move, but no one else could. And then I heard it. Not music, not a storm, a voice. Not coming from anyone I could see. Just a whisper that seemed to echo from the walls themselves. I backed toward the door, my heart hammering in my chest. I turned the knob, locked. Of course it was locked. I tried the windows, but they were sealed shut. I started banging on the glass and shouting, but no one was outside. Just the wind and the rain and that flickering red sign. SYCAMRE. I turned back toward the dining room, and everyone was gone. Not frozen anymore, just gone. The booths were empty. No plates, no crumbs, no mugs. No sign that anyone had ever even been there. Except for my plate. Still warm and still half eaten. And then I saw the waitress. She was standing by the kitchen doors, her silhouette backlit by flickering fluorescent light. Her face was wrong. The same smile, but her eyes were empty, black and endless, like someone had painted over them. "You shouldn't be here, honey," she said in that same cheerful voice. "Not yet." I stumbled back, knocking over a chair. She took one slow step forward. The others, they were waiting. But you just wandered in. She raised a hand, and the walls began to shimmer. Literally shimmer. Like heat waves on asphalt. The checkered floor rippled, and the red booths started to fade, becoming outlines and then shadows and then nothing. And then I saw it. Underneath the illusion, there was charred wood, cracked tile, broken beams, and black soot. Like the diner had burned down long ago. I ran. I don't even remember how I got out. One second, I was inside, and the next, I was on the side of the road, soaked to the bone and gasping for air. My car was still there, pulled up with the ceiling missing, parked on gravel that didn't even look like a lot anymore. Just weeds and puddles. No neon sign. No glowing windows, just nothing. I drove back to campus that night in silence. No 2 Chainz, no Porch Lore podcast. I kept glancing in the rear view mirror, half expecting to see that red neon flicker back to life. I didn't tell anyone. Not for weeks. Not until I finally looked up Sycamore Diner on a local history site. And I found it. It burned to the ground in 1972. A gas leak. The whole place went up at midnight, and everyone inside was killed. 5 patrons, a waitress, and a cook. The photo in the article? The same checkerboard floor, the same red booths, the same neon sign. SYCAMORE. And in the corner of the photo, that same waitress, smiling. I never took that back road again, and I don't even drive at night anymore if I can help it. And every time I see a neon diner sign, something in me flinches just a little, because I know I was there. And I know I wasn't supposed to be. But the part that keeps me up sometimes, the part that really makes my stomach turn, that was the best damn grilled cheese I've ever had. And I didn't even pay for it. Thank you, Lauren. That's so sweet. And that is the tale of the night shift at Sycamore Diner. Thank you for spending your Saturday with me, Porch Pals. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Same time, same place, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you are not able to fall asleep, don't worry. You can head on over to my YT channel where I have a bedtime stories playlist. And you can listen to all of them anytime you want. Hit shuffle or play all, and you'll be out by like the second one. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. And don't forget, stay spooky.